Top of the morning there to you, everyone, and welcome back to Beer Thoughts. I understand, and I am sorry, it's been about a month since I last posted. However, I am back with a vengeance, and I have a lot of fun new things that are in the works for actually this show. So, stick around, and I'll definitely enlighten you a little bit towards the end of the episode. But first, we have a beer to get through, as well as an incredible deep thought to consider. So, let's jump right in. Today's beer is from New Holland Brewing, based out of Holland, Michigan. It is Dragon's Milk, a bourbon barrel-aged stout. And if you are a fan of imperial stouts, I am sure, at least my prayer, is that you have had this beer at some point in your life. I have had it countless number of times over the past couple of years. I love it. I'm really excited. There are so many different flavors and complexities that, undertone this beer, and I'm so excited for it. What makes this particular bottle special? Well, first, I got it for my birthday back in December from my friends Brian and Nolan, so thank you guys so much for this. I've been aging it for about 6 months, so hopefully that'll give it, some different flavors, maybe add some complexities to it that I haven't tasted before. And this particular bottle, New Holland is kind enough to post that this particular brew was bottled on the 22nd of September in 2017. So add another 3 months onto that, and let's see what we have today. But first, we got to check flavor profiles, see what we have here. New Holland, they explain this beer as the following. An immense stout with roasty malt character intermingled with deep vanilla tones, all dancing in an oak bath. All right. That is poetry to my ears and hopefully my taste buds. I'm excited. And one of the things that I actually did some research on, is it okay or is it good to age beer? And many critics, many, beer professionals would say yes, if it is a stronger brew. So if you're going out there and trying to age your Budweiser, that's probably not going to add much to it. And first and foremost, why are you drinking Budweiser in the first place? I digress, whatever. But, if you're drinking a strong ale, maybe a Belgian Quad or a Belgian Tripel, Imperial Stout, for example, those can add some new flavors if you age it well and right at the correct conditions. So, Beer Advocate gives it a 4.0 as an average rating. Let's see what we got here, everybody. Oh, look at that. Carbonation rising right out. Another fun fact I learned, everyone. Pour your beer straight down from the top to get a nice looking head there. And it will be slowly dissipated, all right? If you go from the side, I found out that head will actually dissipate a lot faster. And, in good beer comes good head. So, without further ado, let's nose it. Whoa. Lot of chocolate. I get that nice hint under mine of vanilla. Doesn't smell too bitter, even though it sits at about a 33 IBU, International Bitterness Unit. Let's give her a taste. Wow. Very, very enunciated bourbon notes. Definitely chocolate. It's a darn good beer, everybody. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is just warming, delicious, and it's a really good beer, everybody. Maybe, not quite as complex as that Abraxas I had last episode, and maybe a little bit on the lighter side as opposed to that Bourbon County Stout I had. But man, New Holland, you knock it out of the park every time. Scale of 1 to 5, I'd put it at about a 4.2 is what I'm looking at. The aging, didn't add quite as much as I had hoped for. Maybe it would be different if it was aged for, a couple years, maybe 5 years. Who knows? The sky's the limit with that. So definitely get out there. I know that you can find New Holland's Dragon's Milk at most of your local liquor stores. So go pick one up. This is phenomenal. Ooh, I'm going to enjoy every single moment, as I tend to do with all the beers I drink on this show. Well, hey, now that we have the beer done and done, let's jump into our deep thought for today. This actually was started by my wonderful sister, Becky. She had told me about a TED Talk that I should go check out entitled The Danger of a Single Story. Now, got me thinking. Just the title alone was like, whoa, that's really deep and really interesting. Sure enough, I went to TED.com, checked it out. It's by a Nigerian novelist, and I wish I could pronounce her name, but I would botch it, and there's no way that I would do it any justice. Incredible woman who just really jumped in to exactly what it sounds like, the danger of a single story. We as humans, we love stories. I love stories. I love telling stories. And I'm a firm believer that, stories define a lot of who we are as humans. Who are we without a story? But what she was contemplating and what she was proposing was that, a lot of us will create these stereotypes and create these images of people in our heads based upon just that, a single story that we know about them, usually from someone else. And that's not okay. Someone could have one experience over, let's say for a restaurant, for example. You talk to someone, they said they had a terrible experience at this restaurant. What does that do to your brain? Oh, that's a terrible place. I'm never going to go eat there ever again. Or if you've never even been there, then that automatically destroys any chance of you going in the first place. But all of a sudden, maybe a couple years later, you have another friend who comes up to you and says, I absolutely loved my experience there. Incredible. The waitstaff was amazing. The managers were even better. Now what are you to do? You've spent these 2 years not getting to experience this great place that might be right near your house just because you heard a single story. Now, that's a really shallow example. But yeah, our whole lives are just nothing but single stories, whether it be in the political realm or in the religious realm or in, the sports world or really anything in life. I encourage you and I tell you, because that's what I challenge myself to do on a regular basis is, seek out as many stories as you possibly can. It's such an important component of who we are and how we continue to further ourselves as human beings and, try to make ourselves more well-rounded. My question that I'm going to pose to you today is, within that understanding of a single story, how, yes, we have the internet, yes, we have phones, but how can we best seek out those stories? Who do we ask? Where do we go? How many stories should we collect on one topic and then think we have a somewhat well-rounded understanding of what we're trying to research? So important for us to do. Honestly, I have no idea. I love books. I love podcasts. I love television can sometimes be helpful. But yeah, what is the best place and how should I go about learning and understanding and hearing the most stories that I possibly can? So please post your thoughts down below this video. I am really excited to hear what you guys have to say. I read every single one and I try to, answer to every single one of those comments. So thank you guys. It's been a blast. As to what is in the works for Beer Thoughts, get this. I'm hoping to take a couple of steps here. Next up, I'm actually attempting to tackle podcast land. So be on the lookout for Beer Thoughts entering podcast world. I have no idea how that's going to go, and I'm a little nervous, but really excited to see if that can jumpstart anything. I also have a good buddy of mine. His name is Lance. He's going to kind of jump on board with me here in Beer Thoughts, and he's going to help produce as well as, co-host every now and again. We're in the works of producing a logo for Beer Thoughts as well as a more professional opening that you guys will hopefully get to see next episode. As well as, we might try to get some advertisements and take our show around the breweries here in Lincoln and maybe beyond. I don't know. I'm excited. Please just, as you guys, the fans, I love each and every one of you. This has been a blast. Please continue to share. Please continue to tell all your friends and family about it. It's somewhat entertaining. I have fun doing it. But yeah, keep praying for me and just keep, the positive vibes coming, you guys. And please, any critiques you have too, throw them my way. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Go out, pick up some New Holland's Dragon's Milk. This stuff is amazing, and it will provide you with great conversation and just a great brew in general. So, without further ado, everybody, keep changing lives one beer at a time. God bless you all, and we'll see you again real soon, okay? See ya.